We have access to all the information. We have access to everything that we need to build a good life. But so many of us are just sitting there and taking what we can get. I remember asking her, I'm like, Miss Yaswinski, where were you? And she said, I was at the dentist. You don't want to meet my dentist, all right? And I was like, all right, I am 5 years old. I have no power in this world or ability to question your authority. We're all in what feels like the beginning of the end. But I need to promise you something. If you start today doing something small and building it and plant that seed now, then just like Miss Yaswinski told us, you will become the center of something, the center of that world that you're building. And from that, you can find meaning and purpose. Welcome to the end of the world. My name is Joe Anderson and this is Bucket List Adventures. This channel is about getting control of your life and breaking free from those things that hold you back from actually living your best life. And by your best life, I mean the life that is most genuine to you, not this social media comparison life where we're trying to make ourselves look happier than we are, make ourselves look more wealthy than we are. I mean real life. Life that matters, life that you actually feel meaning and feel hope and feel happy with. So, today I'm going to share with you the greatest lesson I ever had from the most insane, crazy, and terrible teacher I've ever had in my life. Back in the early 2000s, I was in Pennsylvania going to a school with a lot of really bad teachers, but one of them in particular actually ended up changing my life. So in this school, there was a lot of those teachers with the ski at the end of the name, you know, like Labuski, Chamansky, and Kowalski, like all those skis. And among all these skis, there was Mrs. Chowalski and Mrs. Yaswinski. Now, Mrs. Yaswinski is a teacher that I wanted to talk about, but first let me tell you about Miss Chowalski, just because while we're there, Miss Chowalski was also a piece of work. She was just one of those super old ladies that would just provide zero education in the school. I don't know if she had tenure or anything, but like, she would just turn every lesson into just an insanely depressing story about her life. So for example, one day she turned this temperature and weather geology lesson into this insanely depressing story about how when she was a kid she went on the beach and saw one of those little water tornadoes because it was a tropical storm and ended up coming and becoming a bigger storm and destroying her whole village and relocating everyone. And ever since then she's too afraid to go swimming, and every time she drinks water she has like flashbacks to this memory and stuff like that. But let's talk about Miss Yaswinski now. She was fresh out of college, just starting her teaching career. She always came just super tan in the most thick, Joyzy accent you ever had. So she would be like, hey, park the car, we're walking here. I'm Miss Yaswinski and I'm the center of the world. She would start off every lesson with that. She would just say, I'm Miss Yaswinski, I'm the center of the world, I'm the King Tut, I am the center of this whole planetary system. It is just me, and you guys are my subjects. And her lessons were like just rants about how she is King Tut and like the world revolved around her. She would literally yell at us every single day and explain to us why she was so important. But the thing is, she wouldn't even show up for half of the classes. There was like a 2-week period where she did not come to class. So every time we went to English class, which I don't know how she was an English teacher because she didn't even speak English properly. You can't never did because you didn't never was, because I didn't have my coffee this morning, so I'm a little on edge. That's what she would be like. She was crazy. Anyways, it was this 2-week period of time where she didn't show up. And then out of nowhere, she just walks in. And we're like, how is this legal or possible that our teacher isn't here for several weeks at a time? I remember asking her, I'm like, Miss Yaswinski, where were you? And she said, I was at the dentist. You don't want to meet my dentist, all right? And I was like, all right, I am 5 years old. I have no power in this world or ability to question your authority, even if it's being greatly misused and abused. So Miss Yaswinski ended up going on this long rant one day about how the whole world is all messed up and everybody's got problems, and this has nothing to do with English. But she ended up like semi-turning it into a lesson because she had us write like a big letter I on a page, and like that was all that we did for that entire class. But anyways, she ended up like in the end of this rant, she ended up having a moment of clarity where she said something actually really profound. She said, if you want to live a good life, you gotta go and get it. And that was like the one line in her long rant that ended up affecting me a lot. Now, we all live in this crazy world, right? We're all together in this just the time where life is not predictable at all. We have access to all the information. We have access to everything that we need to build a good life. But so many of us are just sitting there and taking what we can get. We're just taking the jobs, or we're taking the careers, we're taking the paths that we can just get. Because that gives us a little bit of security in this world, right? You feel a little bit secure knowing that you have that job. But that's not how we should be living our life. Because you can either get the life that you want, which is the life you have to build and you have to sacrifice for, or you can take what you get. And out of 100 people, 99 are gonna take what they can get. But what I'm here to tell you is that you should actually start building something. If you want life to be good, you have to build it. You have to sacrifice and work for it. Now, in this video, I don't want to talk about how the world is so crazy and chaotic. I don't want to talk about how many things have gone wrong this year, because everyone knows that. We're all in what feels like the beginning of the end. But I need to promise you something. If you start today doing something small and building it and plant that seed now, then just like Miss Yaswinski told us, you will become the center of something, center of that world that you're building. And from that, you can find meaning and purpose. So let's all learn from Miss Yaswinski today and start building something new in 2020. I'm 25 and I'm just starting to build the life that I want, and I want to help as many people as I can. So keep it real, like and subscribe if you want, and comment any suggestions that you have for helping us get the best of life and build a better world. And to end this video, I just wanted to tell you that you rock.